Hey everyone, this is Brian Lamb with another Focusable update. Version 13.2 should be in the App Store and likely automatically downloaded to your devices, also available on web. It has a few key updates that I want to run you through here in video. The first change is we've added 4 new refocusing exercises as we continue to build out this library to customize it for everybody's needs. Let me take you to the full list of activities here. The new activities are a few. A cyclic sighing exercise, bubbles, which is my favorite name for one, chair squats, and body melting. So cyclic sighing is another kind of breathing exercises that leverages the physiological sigh, which is a motion like that. And you go through a breathing pattern somewhat similar to box breathing, but using that sighing pattern. And it's a proven way to really boost your mood as a result of a breathing exercise. The bubbles exercise is fun to see visually here. Let me just show you what that looks like. It's a neat new exercise to sharpen your visual attention on the details on the screen. So it shows you a range of bubbles with different weights. And your goal is to follow the button that's brighter or less bright than the other. And what it does is it just kind of calms you down and tunes your eyes into details. And I find it's a really useful exercise in advance of something that requires visual detail like design work or writing. On to the next one. We have a new exercise, new physical exercise called chair squats. It's pretty straightforward. Move your seat and you can actually stand up, sit down, stand up, and sit down. And the idea is to do just 10 or so of these, get your blood pumping, get your energy levels up if you're tired, which again can help you dive into a focus activity when you're done with it. And lastly, we have body melting, which is somewhat like the tense relax exercise we already had. It's basically a progressive relaxation, but this time you start from a full tensation of your body and then allow different parts of your body to relax as you go. And I find it's a little bit quicker than the tense relax, a little bit simpler than the tense relax, and has some of the same effects to it. So really quick way to calm down if you're overstimulated or stressed out. So what we're trying to do there with this list of activities is really give you a way. Now, if you remember from past updates, what you can do is pick the ones that you want to show up on the recharge page and remove them as well. So if there's certain activities that don't really work for you, just remove them, put them on the other page and add the ones you like. And it's just a quick personalized break room for you to go into and have the exercises that really work for you to help you manage overstimulation, manage stress and anxiety, and dive into focus. And that's what that's for. Now I'm gonna move forward into the pulse timer, which reminds me to focus on one thing, which is still my favorite feature of some of the past releases. I use this prolifically as I'm doing individual work and even during meetings, just as a reminder to commit to focus on people and tasks. Now the big change, there isn't a lot of change to this, there's just some tunings. The big change comes in to the recording step. So what we've tried to do is make it faster and easier to be able to record things as they progress. So whether it's 30 seconds into your work or 30 minutes into your work, you can just swipe over and the recording starts instantly. You can pause that whenever you're done and return to your work, which is actually the second update within that. So one is that you can swipe to record at any time and instantly record anything. The second one is now you can record multiple times within one activity. So you'll notice I swiped back to the refocus phase of the activity, and I can go back again and start recording, and it starts stitching those recordings together. So this way, as I'm doing a longer activity, I can actually have multiple points where I document my work in process and capture the experience of what I'm doing and very quickly go back and refocus. For me, that's really great for documenting, creative work where I want to see the progress through a task. It's also a great way of documenting time spent playing with my son where I want to capture different things we're doing as we're progressing through an activity. And then anytime I'm done, I can just come back and continue focusing, or if I really need that boost to remind myself to pay attention and recommit to my work, I hit the pulse timer, and that reminds me and gives me that steady presence to make sure I'm paying attention to my work. Those are the major changes in version 13.2. There's lots of little minor things we're constantly tweaking the experience to make it better, but those are the big ones to pay attention to. So it's 4 new activities for you to try in your recharge experience, the ability to swipe to record at any time you want, and finally, the ability to stitch together multiple recordings in one activity. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for your attention.